Hi, Gene here with today's thought, and today we're going to be talking about the difference between electing, why it matters, whether you elect a strong president or a weak president. Right now we have a weak president, and other countries are rolling right over us because we have a weak president who will not do anything proactive. He simply reacts, and he doesn't even do that most of the time. And now he's got a problem the problem he's having now is unlawful aliens invading this country, illegal immigration. He is deliberately, let's be honest about it, he is deliberately opening the border, keeping it wide open, because he wants to bring in people from other countries, especially third world countries, who he expects to get citizenship someday and then vote for Democrats. That's the bottom line. The problem is that as much as the news media, except for Fox News, that's the real exception, all the other stations, definitely the liberal stations, legacy stations, ABC, NBC, CBS, they're trying to bury what's going on at the border, and it's apparently not working, and it's affecting his Biden's reelection prospects. And so he went to Mexico, or he sent somebody to Mexico. One of the people he sent, Alejandro Mayorkas, he's the architect of keeping the border wide open. So anyways, he and one other official, I don't remember who the official is, doesn't matter. Point is that he went basically on his hands and knees to Mexico and said, well, basically, it's obvious. He said, I guess the whole thing unspoken is, we agree with you, Mexico. We want the borders open. Mexico wants the borders open because he wants Mexicans to go to the United States, earn money, and send part of their salaries, send money back to Mexico. You would be surprised to know that a large part of the Mexican economy is money being sent back from the United States by Mexican workers in the United States, and they send them back to their families in Mexico. So they're all agreed they want the border open, but Biden has a problem, and so he's gone. But he's going as a weak president. So what did the President Obrador of Mexico do? Did he say, well, we will help you, we understand this is serious? But no, he gave Mayorkas and whoever the other flunky was a list of demands, of outrageous, ridiculous demands, and I'm going to put them right up here. These are Obrador's demands, what he's demanding in order to do. Keep in mind, if he's demanding these things in order to close the border, then he is admitting, Obrador is, that he can close the border, that he is keeping the border open deliberately too. And we also know, I'll get to that, get to it in a minute, that when Trump, a strong president, wanted the border closed, Obrador closed the border. But Biden, let's go right to the demands. Here are the demands, and then we'll see if we have a weak president or a strong president. Grant work visas to 10 million Hispanics who have worked in the nation, that would be our nation, for at least 10 years. Give $20 billion to Latin American and Caribbean countries. Halt the blockade of Cuba. End sanctions against Venezuela. And finally, open a dialogue with Cuba. Obrador is making all these demands, say, you have to give me all these things if you want the border open. So we're going to see what Biden does, but because there's an obvious solution, the one that Trump did. You have to remember what Trump did, and this is one of the problems that Biden has. Well, number one, because he doesn't want to close the border. Number two, because he refuses to do anything that Trump did, no matter how well it worked. So remember what Trump did. He called Obrador on a Friday and said, I want 28,000 Mexican troops on the border, sealing the border. If I don't get that by Monday, then on Monday I'm going to put a 25% tariff on every product coming into the United States from Mexico. And we are Mexico's premier, we are their biggest trading partner. So that's all Biden would have to do, but he won't do it. Number one, because he wants the border open, but number two, because the one thing he wants more than keeping the border open is being reelected. So that's now taking the priority, and Obrador knows he has him over a barrel because he knows he's dealing with a weak president. So he's making, well, if you want to get, close the border, if you want to get reelected, and of course the border will be open again as soon as the election is over, if Biden wins. So that's the state right now. We've got this weak president, and never mind China. I mean, this is besides China threatening Taiwan and the Russians in Ukraine, and October 7th, Hamas invading Israel. All these things are happening because Iran's march to a nuclear weapon, and the Houthis, who are proxies of Iran, attacking shipping in the Red Sea, forcing the ships to go around the Horn of Africa, adding a week to the trip. And I read in one article doubling the cost of shipping. What that does to the price of the product, I don't know. But the solution is simple, is attack the Houthis to destroy their rocket launchers. And the same thing with Iran, sink a ship, destroy an oil facility. He won't do it, but we're talking about Mexico, and the solution is right there, but he won't do it because he is a weak president and because he hates Donald Trump, to be frank. And that's my thought for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.